Hey, welcome to part 2. This is all about the X-MAXX. And we're just going to talk a little bit about how durable it's been and what the experience has been like with the X-MAXX ever since I've owned it. I think we should start by asking what has survived, what holds out well, what needs improvement, and what has kind of just destroyed itself. So let's start then. So first of all, the body itself is amazing. It protects the truck in so many ways. It actually acts as more of a bumper when it lands on its roof than anything else. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you'll see the amount of abuse it's been through, especially when it lands on its roof. Now, the one thing I would mention is these are from a Traxxas Slash 4x4, these sort of spacers here, these shell spacers. You put these on to stop the shell from cracking, then you put your clip through underneath to stop it from vibrating and whatnot as well. I have found that the shell has been brilliant up to a certain point, and obviously you expect that. It's going to get abused, it's going to get cracked, damaged, broken. And on this occasion, it's held out very well. Now, as you can see, in a few places, I've put these in because the screws have been pulled through the plastic. Now that was inevitable with the nature of what I was doing to the truck. The link's in the video description below if you want to see what's happened to it in the 2 videos so far. It holds out well. You can see there's a bit of creasing to the shell at the back there. You know, most of the screws are okay, but there's a few that are, well, 3 out of, in fact there's half. So 3 have pulled through, 3 are actually fine. And that's good so far, really. Let's go ahead and take the shell off. Look underneath. Let's talk a little bit about the chassis design, the layout, all that kind of stuff, the springs, the shocks, wheels, tyres. All good. Very, very good. These tyres are not meant for speed though. I mean, this is modified in terms of the gearing ratio. We're running a 22 tooth pinion from HPI and a 50 tooth spur, which obviously is supplied by Traxxas. This is clocked out at 48 miles an hour GPS recorded. That's in a previous video again. Look below, you'll see that in the description. And it holds out very well. The truck can handle 48 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour, but these tyres do struggle to gain traction at that speed. They do balloon. They expand out to probably twice the twice the circumference. They come out to about here. So yeah, they do lose traction, and you only have like a bit of a bicycle tyre touching the ground. That's the only downfall to that. Other than that, the tyres themselves are really grippy, they're really good. There's no damage to any of the tyres, they're not blown out or anything like that. There's no foam issues inside them, they're all nicely spaced still inside, still working okay, cushioning the wheels properly. How have the springs been? The shock springs, absolutely fine, no issues whatsoever. I haven't even touched them, they've not been adjusted, no leakages, anything like that. They've been okay from that perspective. The motor, that's working fine, nice and powerful. ESC, no issues, no thermal cutouts. I had an issue where my battery, and I think this is the battery's fault, actually fused together inside here. I think it's to do with arcing. I think the metal actually fused together because it wasn't a tight enough contact, and it melted some of the plastic around it. Since I've changed the batteries out with these two, I've had no issues whatsoever. These are from Hobby King Nanotech batteries, 6,000 milliamp 3-cell, so 6-cell battery packs. These are quite serious bits of kit. You get sort of half an hour out of those two in this truck. That's good. If we look underneath, you'll see what I've done here. So I'm in the middle of a little project at the moment where we'll get on to shortly. I needed access to the drive shaft because I could hear kind of clicking from either the front differential, the rear differential, or the drive shaft. I didn't know where it was coming from, so I took the drive shaft cover off here. Obviously the front bumper, the front wheels do more work than the rear as they steer as well, so I thought, well, we'll start from the front and I'll just hit the jackpot. Anyway, if we turn this back onto its wheels, if we just have a little look at this, you'll see that the differential from the front is missing. Okay, now there is good reasoning behind that. And here they are. So the moment I removed the differential pinion gear and the actual differential itself, I noticed immediate damage had been caused to both of these components. If I turn this around, you'll see there. So there's a tooth missing there, and a few of the others don't look too bad, but they are in fact damaged, they're chipped. So I'm actually waiting for a part for this. I'm waiting for that differential ring to come, and I'm waiting for the pinion differential to come as well. As you can see, there's a tooth missing there as well where my thumb is, which is not good. But I mean, it has to be said, I mean, it's a heavy truck. It weighs 20 pounds. You know, with the batteries in it as well, it does weigh it down a lot as well. I mean, I had a lighting kit on it and an extra battery. I was doing 50-mile-an-hour jumps, you know, and as you've seen in the videos below, you know, this thing is not going to take that sort of abuse, especially if you stopping immediately from a 50-mile-an-hour spin. It's not going to be able to take that kind of pressure on the teeth. So I kind of expected it to get damaged. I don't think it's overgeared. A lot of people have said maybe you need to down gear it. I don't think it's to do with that. I think it's just the nature of the jumps I've been doing and the abuse I've been putting it through, because it's been running fine until I started really thrashing it about and being stupid, really. So from that perspective, the truck itself is very strong. It hasn't had any issues apart from my abusing it. So I would say that the truck itself, very, very good, positive truck. Strong, doesn't really break. I mean, the bumpers take a lot of the impact, the shell takes a lot of the impact. Let's talk about the battery trays, because I'm actually really impressed with how these work. They actually come with like a battery tray spacer, so if you're running quite shallow batteries or low capacity batteries, they can actually be cushioned by this piece of plastic that comes in the box. So you put it on, you click it onto this, and when obviously you close it in there, it cushions it nicely. But no, these are a really good design. Not had any issues, no batteries have flown out. They've been well supported, and like I said, with these jumps I've been doing, I'm actually really surprised that a lot more hasn't gone wrong with the truck. Because as you can see, there's not really that many scratches, scrapes, or dents or anything on it. If I look on the bottom, you'll see what I mean. There's hardly anything. There's a bit of mud. Bit of mud on it, but there's not really any cracks or scratches as such, or dents or chips out of the plastic. There's a few on that arm there, but I mean, there's not really that much apart from that. The drive shaft's not bent. You know, the bearings are all okay in the truck. It's all running okay. As you can see, the cover there is okay. The bumper itself's got a few scratches on it, but nothing too major. No major gouges or sort of splits in the plastic. So I mean, don't get me wrong, I am thoroughly disappointed that the front differential has caused me this much grief, because I'm obviously waiting for the parts to arrive so that I can replace them. But I do take part of the blame for that. I mean, I have abused the truck and it is my fault, so that's what you get. Apart from that though, the truck itself is really strong. The plastics don't tend to break, and I'm really surprised that the steel gears or steel teeth have broken over plastic parts. But there you go, that's the nature of RC, that's the nature of the hobby itself. Thanks for watching then, guys. A great truck, like I said. I mean, I love using the thing. It's massive in terms of scale. I mean, look at the size of it in comparison to a Slash or the Losi Mini 8 there. And it's a great truck. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for part 3. We're going to talk about the Losi Mini 8 and then the little E-Revo over there and see what sort of issues we've had with that, if any, and go from there. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share the video. See you next time. I'm Jake Billin. Bye.